how you going there, guys? Here we go to have our new T-Max 3000. It's an all-in-one lithium battery box. Now, it's the exact same as the other model we have, which we call the P-Max 3000. We've just changed the shape of it. So we've gone longer and skinnier. Now, that's going to be handy because it's going to allow you to put it up the back against like a ute on the side of like SUV, or if it's going in like a caravan, depending, so I might even be able to outfit it underneath the seats or like somewhere else. So basically what we have here is we have all the things you need are built into one battery box. So we've got 300 amp hours of like quality lithium batteries. We've got inverter, 3000 watt inverter. It is rated to 6000 watt peak. DC charger. So you just can plug your car into here with like an Anderson like plug, and it's going to be able to charge this from your car. Like a solar MPPT charger, so you can plug your solar into here, it's going to charge it. So that's a basic we'll try to do. We'll just put like all the components into one, we'll like match them together, and you know what you're going to get, you know it's going to work. Because when you start looking at like battery systems, it can get a bit confusing with all the different things, and you've got to buy the inverter, and you've got to buy the DC charge, and you've got to make sure they match. Or like sometimes the battery you get can't handle the inverter load, and the BMS of the battery will trip. So we've tried to get away with all that by just putting everything in one box, pre-made, ready to go. So basically, what we have, on-off button, we've got a display. This is also like a Bluetooth display, so this will link to your phone as well. It just gives you capacity, and like sort of amp draw, fairly basic, like how much you got left. Obviously, the inverter's up the top here. Free plugs. You can see that's the button there for the inverter. Turns your AC on. You can get the fan start up there at the start. That turns off the inverter. Fairly easy. Along here we have 3 USBs, PD and USB chargers. Along here, down our bottom here, again, because this is just like a new product for us and we're going to do like a pre-order on it, we'll probably change these like switches to be these type, just so nothing's actually sticking out. But we've got 5 switches here, and we've got 5 20 amp outputs down the bottom here. So it's really handy to use a 20 amp Anderson plug to run a fridge or like lights or whatever 12 volt things you are like running. Fuses for these are here. It just means they're easy to change. That's basically the whole thing. So this here is a perfect setup for if you're thinking of putting dual batteries in your vehicle and you're like, well, I can just put this in the back. You're going to save on the installation and you're going to have everything you need all in one go. And if you do sell your car, you can take it out. Or if you do want to take it out to put it somewhere else, you can. And then for people with caravans, it's pretty handy because a lot of people have a caravan and a car, but they sometimes use them separately. So you can actually run your whole caravan off here and have this stored in the car, and just plug an extension cable into here and into the mains in your caravan. You should be using an RBD extension cable for that, because then it's going to trip if it needs to. But that's a really handy way. Instead of putting a dual battery in your car and then putting a full battery setup in your caravan, you can actually just treat your car like a power generator. So that's one way you can do. Or people also, you could actually just put this into your caravan yourself if you wanted and power it up. So pretty great product. We're just doing a pre-order on these. I got this one made up as a different shape, just to see if there's any interest out there, as we have been selling the other style ones. And we just think this new shape could suit some people who wanted a longer sort of design.
So you can see what I was talking about here before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20 amp Andersons. I will include these plugs in the kit. So for example, you want to run your fridge on here, get rid of your cigarette plugger, chop that off, put a 20 amp Anderson on. Happy days. You got LEDs to run, perfect. Pretty much anything else you want to run, they're going to be perfect for it. You got switches up here to turn them on and off. Fairly easy. Again, we'll change these to the push bottom ones just because then they'll sit flush, just be a bit better. Now 250 amp Andersons, as like I said before, you can run output off them, and you can use one to charge off our AC charger, wall plug charger, when you are charging it up. A 40 amp Anderson for solar. Pretty straightforward. It's got a built-in MPPT solar charger, so plug whatever into here. We normally include a 1 Anderson to a 3 point, because you can actually run for 40 amp. You could be running, whatever, 3 solar blankets off that, and you wouldn't even get 40 amps. Let's say 3 times 300 watt solar blankets. A best case scenario, you probably get a 30 amp Triple Anderson here for AC/DC, because positive, negative, and our ACC, so it knows when to come on and off. That needs to go to the car battery, so you have to get that from the car battery, and like an ACC source. Like an ACC source will normally come out of the fuse box or whatnot. We will include like a fuse jumper in our kit, so you can plug that in easy. And you got your big 175 amp Anderson, so handy for a big boat winch, big power draw, or a jump start, or to run in a parallel. We'll go over these a bit closer so you can see them again. Switches for the Andersons, fuses, easy to replace, 3 USBs, on and off on them, 2 12 volts, cigarettes, on off like main switch, display, which is like Bluetooth, which can go to your AC turns on our inverter. Coming around the box, what do you have? You got like mounting screws, lift handle. These are heavy, 300 amp hours. Mounting screws, a fan for the inverter, mounting screws, and lift handle. So these are heavy. We will include like L brackets in them. You can like work out how you want to like mount it, because obviously everyone's like use case is going to be a bit different. But that is it. You can move it, but it is heavy, so it's an ideal sort of situation, because everything's in like one. You can put this in your car, like it saves giving you like a full dual battery installed, and then if you had a caravan or something, you can like run that off it completely. So it's a great setup for that.